KABC, it's the new John and Ken Morning Show. John Cobell, Ken Champo, it's 5:06. And it's Friday morning. We're on every Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Remember that. Be here. Tell people. Do your part. And you want to email us, johnandken@KBC.com. johnandken@KBC.com. And we're going to have Hate Mail Friday coming up after 7 o'clock. For those of you who use that address in unfriendly ways. And the number's 1-800-222-KABC. So, you remember the guy we had on around this time yesterday? We started referring to him as Yankee Ball.
Yeah, the strange guy.
Strange guy, who apparently has been calling the station for years. And ever since we took over, Donna's had to talk to him, our screener. And how often does he call? Like every day or every day? About this time too? Same time? A little bit later. Oh, he might not be up yet.
No, you see.
So if you heard him,
you should wait.
I'm gonna play in case you weren't listening yesterday. I'm gonna play a little tape, but I think we've diagnosed what's wrong with him.
We?
I think we collectively here at the program has
spend all night with the medical books.
Well, no, there's a guy named Ron who sent me an email diagnosing what this guy might have, and I took his information, went on the internet, and it seems to click. So first, I want to play this yesterday. I remember he calls every day, or most days, and he's got a strange speech pattern, and it's very hard to describe. You just have to hear it. So just listen to a little of this. Strange guy, welcome to the John and Ken Show.
Yeah, is the theme sort of like therapy dog?
Is the theme sort of like therapy dog?
Yeah, I can't seem to get a start.
On what?
On a Strange Guy. This is my first start on Strange Guy.
What's your name? We just know you're a strange guy here in the studio. Do you have a name?
Yeah, do you think my name would be from the studio?
Have you been following the hurricane?
The hurricane, the rumors of a hurricane.
That's only a rumor.
Yeah, I was sort of whirlwinding around, but nobody found any object to it.
Have you followed Floyd as it moved up to East?
You would go mark to start, source.
This is interesting.
Why did you call us?
Yeah. That's what we have to find the finding.
It's like he's talking to somebody else.
I'm writing the finding.
Where are you?
Oh, next page. Okay, the finding. Then we put, this is the hot one. He's talking to.
When brains go bad.
Every day this guy calls? About this time?
Finder audition.
How long will he talk to you, Donna?
Auditionizing.
Oh,
you can talk for up to 5 minutes. All right.
Have a conversation.
I can only
really believe that?
half to everything, yeah.
How,
sounds like a mad science.
Up to,
Did you follow the shooting in Texas?
A window. Up to.
What's in the window?
Who's writing, John?
Texas, I mean, you get halfway to the official viewer, listener.
The official viewer.
Start greeter. Start.
People have phones.
Greeter.
Do you live alone?
Texas.
Do you live alone?
I range around.
You range around? No.
You don't think I got a 0 on the Yankee ball top of the dial?
The Yankee ball on the top of the dial? The radio dial?
Sean's actually trying to.
I'm trying to decode him. I need a decoder.
There is some sort of a code. I don't know.
Is he working on? Maybe he's working on like some.
This is shtick. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this is very good.
Yeah.
Are you auditioning or is this for real? You have like some horrible plan?
No, like on the bottom. Sure, the bottom is a great one. It says chance. Chance. Maybe there isn't anything. I was going Yankee ball to find a yes.
Yankee ball.
You playing a crossword puzzle?
All right, so you get the idea.
Wow.
So this guy Ron writes to me and said that there's a a brain disorder called aphasia. And there's two kinds of aphasia called Broca's aphasia and Wernicke's aphasia.
And who is this Ron?
There's a guy who sends me emails regularly.
Oh, I thought he's not licensed to a doctor of any kind.
I don't know. His address, his email address is some research thing, so maybe he knows stuff. Anyway, Broca's aphasia, here's how a guy would sound. You ask a guy, what happened to make you lose your speech? And the guy says, head, fall, Jesus Christ, me no good. Oh, Jesus, stroke.
Well, that makes sense, though, even though it's broken.
It's very slow and halting, and he knows there's words there, but he can't quite get them out quickly enough in a smooth manner. And the guy knows he's having difficulty with Broca's aphasia. Now, there's something called Wernicke's aphasia, and here's how a Wernicke's aphasia patient would sound. Oh, sure, go ahead. Any old think you want. If I could, I would. Oh, I'm taking the word the wrong way to say all the barbers around here, whenever they stop, you know, it's going around and around, if you know what I mean. This is tying the best that we could while. Another time it was with the beds over there with the same thing.
Well, that sounds more like him.
That guy is not aware he has a problem. And so that's all this guy Ron sent me. So I went to the internet because they've got these. Because I did some research. Oh, I found this fascinating. It's like, what would cause, you know, such a jumble in his brain?
Yankee ball, top of the dial.
Well, all right. Broca's aphasia occurs when and this I got from the health center. They've got a website. Broca's aphasia occurs when the individual knows what he wants to say, but has difficulty getting the words out. Speech is slow and usually does not flow smoothly, but the information makes sense. With Wernicke's aphasia, the individual often does not understand spoken language. See, he didn't seem to respond to most of the stuff we were saying. He or she can form sentences, but they are disorganized clusters of words, some of which the individual actually makes up. And apparently you get this from, obviously, a brain injury, a stroke, or a tumor, or some sort of head trauma. In fact, another website says you can get this from something like an axe to the head.
An axe?
Yeah. It's like a severe brain injury. If you get, like, if somebody slams you in the back of the head with an axe. So damage to the left side of the brain. Wernicke's aphasia, people use wrong words, nonsense words. They speak as if they're fluent. They don't stop and start necessarily. They don't labor. But the words just come out strange. So I think he had Wernicke's aphasia. Then there's one other kind called global aphasia. That's when you have both. Then you're completely incomprehensible.
Yeah.
That's it. So he's, you know, the guy has had some sort of, he's either got a brain tumor or a stroke, or, you know, somebody hit him in the back of the head with an axe. Isn't it weird what can happen to your brain when, like, all the, you know, the wires get all jumbled up? And he doesn't know he sounds like that. And when you talk to him, he doesn't know what it is you're talking about. Or I guess he hears it and processes it differently. There's something hypnotic about the guy.
I was hoping he'd call up and then we could play the tape and have him talk to himself.
Or talk back to him with his aphasia. He could mimic Wernicke's aphasia.
No.
Speak back to him, maybe he'd understand.
Speaking of non sequiturs, a lot of people in my life have done that. It's a joke we've had about many people we've worked with. They always talk in non sequiturs.
Well, it could be a Wernicke's aphasia.
Nah, maybe it is. Maybe they're disabled.
The new Johnny Kent Morning Show, 790 KABC.
And the number is 800-222-KABC. 516, dependable traffic on the quarter hour with Captain Jorge.
Guys. Kent Morning Show, 790 KABC. John Tobel, Ken Champeau, 534. And the email address is johnandken@kbc.com. johnandken@kbc.com. Is he back? Strangeman is back.
We're not going to put him on every day, are we?
No, but I want to tell him that I've diagnosed his problem.
Oh, and I'm sure he'll understand that, and it'll be a great conversation.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Should we ask him about Larry King, too? Apparently he has very strong, ugly opinions about Larry King. Hey there, Strangeman.
Problem of adhesion daily. Diagnosis.
I found out what's wrong with you.
That's your first line there. Oh. Too much repression.
You have Wernicke's aphasia.
Repression.
Aphasia.
Repression. Sure. Hypnosis.
It's definitely not Broca's aphasia.
Hypnosis disaster.
Broca's aphasia, we'd be able to follow him, but Wernicke's aphasia.
Now let's get me into a Steve Allen. Steve Allen, Yankee Ball.
Yankee Ball again.
Yankee Ball, Larry.
Hey, did you have a stroke? Or did somebody hit you in the head with an axe?
Yes, I had a stroke, sure, and what we need, like, switchboard names. Switchboard Union of Hoffa.
You had a stroke?
Half gone.
How did you figure out the phone number to dial, though? I can't hear.
Word of revival.
That's the thing I'm suspicious of. He's there, and he's calling.
Maybe, Dangle.
Well, I don't know, maybe that part of his brain isn't damaged. Maybe he can dial phone numbers.
Will is.
See, this is just the speech area that's damaged. He can't process his thoughts.
Well, who's he going to call that's going to be able to respond to him then? To order anything or to talk to anybody? This is it.
Sure, take advantage of it. But it has to win.
Let me ask him the Larry King question. Oh, sure.
Find your way back to the switchboard.
Do you like Larry King?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Ooh.
Matter of fact, he number one, yeah. Is he number one? A Godzilla flinter.
It's kind of cool when he slips into
literary
cohesion, you know? Like every once in a while, the wiring fires properly and he can get out full set.
The heartless lion of weathering.
I guess he's not going to make the crack about the suspenders. Thomas said he has this phrase about Larry King that we're trying to get out of him, but
Clyde.
rude and tasteful. All right, well, listen.
EGBOK Fern.
EGBOK.
Yeah, Fern.
EGBOK. That's 20 years ago. Ken Minyard had that phrase. This guy's been listening.
That's it. It exists. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know that story.
EGBOK was a phrase that Ken Minyard had 20 years ago. It meant everything's going to be okay, and it became a catchphrase around L.A. So this guy's been listening for a real long time to the station.
EGBOK?
EGBOK. Everything's going to be okay.
That caught on and made the guy like $1 million?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel, my Lord.
Business. We're working too hard. But this guy remembers it, so he's been listening to the station. So maybe somewhere in the back of his head, he knows how to dial the number, because it's been the same number forever.
He's the last person to remember EGBOK.
That's fascinating.
Didn't nick that.
We have to go, but thanks for calling.
Okay. You're the insurance road here, and the answer to the thing. We leave the answer in. Go ahead.
Yankee Ball.
Okay. Bye, Yankee Ball.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
I thought he breaks out in these emotional bursts.
Apparently, Wernicke's aphasia.
Okay, that's very good though. Within a day, you cleared.
That's right. We diagnosed him, and he came back, and I believe he's confirmed our diagnosis.
Well, then bring him in and put him on the weekends. Probably
to me, listening to him is like watching the Weather Channel. It's got that same effect. I don't know why. I could listen to him.
Mesmerizing?
It mesmerizes me.
There's a cartoon character quality to his voice. You ever notice that?
Yeah. And you just
like he could play the professor on some cartoon.
It sounds a little bit like Mr. Magoo.
A little bit like Mr. Magoo. That's true. It does. Jim Backus is dead, though, right?
I think there's something there. I think like a cartoon about a guy who wanders around babbling, making strange
non sequitur,
just babbling in nonsense. I don't know. I just think there's something there.
Nothing on Larry King, but Steve Martin came up on his own there. On Steve Allen.
Steve Allen.
Well, I feel like it'll be people who are older than he's going to mention.
Yeah.
I doubt he tuned into much of the popular culture.
I think it's memories of people that he watched or listened to from 30 years ago. That seems. I'm picking up a theme here, you know.
That's what's left in his brain, huh?
Yeah, that's what's left in his brain. Maybe at the time he had the stroke, and he hasn't been able to process any new information.
Not since then.
That EGBOK thing, that was interesting.
Yeah, you picked up on it. I didn't really know what that meant. Anyway, a couple of lawsuits in the news. They're trying to get this kid
Good morning show, 790 KABC.
My number is 1-800-222-KABC. We got 5:45. It's time for dependable traffic on the quarter hour. Captain Jorge.
Yeah, we have a very bad situation at this hour in Southgate, folks. It is a fatal injury accident. Happened about an hour ago. Things are going to be tied up for quite some time on the 710 southbound, just beyond Firestone Boulevard, approaching Imperial Highway. Only one lane of traffic open at this time. The backup already back beyond Firestone Building, back towards Florence Avenue. Northbound side of the 710 at Florence, we have an accident unrelated to this. It's just also blocking the far right lane. Over on the 14 southbound at Agua Dulce, we're getting word of an accident in the left lane. Remember, again, they've taken away the carpool lane until this afternoon for road work on the 14 southbound from Escondido down to San Canyon. Be careful. This traffic watch is brought to you by HomeGain.com. That's HomeGain.com. I'll get it out eventually.
How hard is it?
What's that?
How hard is it?
That is it. You know, I'm afraid now that I'm getting this disease this guy called.
Oh, Wernicke's aphasia?
Aphasia. Didn't that guy sound like Andy Rooney?
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
he had well, you know, you could be having the beginnings of Wernicke's aphasia.
Brain freeze at this hour. With dependable KABC traffic reports on the quarter hour, I'm Captain Jorge.